But our next story is regarding Kim Zolciak, aka KKK Kim Zolciak, and I'm only repeating what I've heard. What's her name? Michelle A.T. Brown. I watch her, and so she calls her Kim KKK Zolciak because of the rumors, I guess, or accusations that have been out there about how she behaved on the Housewives of Atlanta and some of the things that she said regarding the all black cast of black powerful women that she was on that show with for many years to even get her to the place where she could afford a $2.6 million mansion to later not have. I'm not being shady though. I'm not being shady. So anyway, there's a story well, it's all over the place, but the story I pulled was a story from, hold on, I'm trying to make sure I pull the right thing. A story from the U.S. Sun, and they say that tardy for the payments is how they title this. Kim Zolciak to lose $2.6 million mansion to foreclosure after she failed to pay back a $300,000 loan following the TV show cancellation. Okay, I'm like, I know I read some stuff. It says a notice of sale under power confirmed that Kim, age 44, and Kroy, her husband, 37, have their 5-bedroom, 6.5 bath home foreclosed on and is being put up for sale. According to the document, the sprawling 6,900 square foot home will be sold at public outcry to the highest bidder for cash before the courthouse door of Fulton County, Georgia. I didn't know they were in Fulton County. Says Kim and Kroy's home was foreclosed upon because, among other possible events of default, failure to pay the indebtedness. And that's what they have on the foreclosure documents, obviously. That's a quote. It says the couple took out a $300,000 loan against the home and, according to the documents, failed to pay it back. Per legal documents, Kim and Kroy purchased the home in December of 2013. And it says the initial notice of sale under power was published on October the 6th. Kim and Kroy's family home will go up for sale the first Tuesday in November of this year. So it says she was not immediately available to respond to the Sun for when they requested comment. I don't think we're surprised by this, that she would not necessarily be available for that. Yeah, it's I'm honestly, I don't celebrate the downfall of people. And I don't know. I felt sad. That was my first thought, was like sadness, like, oh man, like that's big, that's huge. And it's not just her and Kroy. They have these 4 little ones, and then their 2 oldest daughters. And then it just started to make me, wonder. First of all, I haven't watched Tardy for the Party, their series, since the first season. I think I watched the entire first season. After that, I just kind of fell off. It was okay, but it wasn't nothing I was running to watch. But I didn't know it had got canceled. I knew that it was on for many years, but I did not know that it had got canceled. So hold on, y'all. I'm jumping around over here and doing multiple things. But my thing was like, okay, if y'all took that $300,000 loan out, times really got to be rough if you can't keep those payments, because Kroy is a retired NFL player. Because I don't think he was like, making millions upon millions, maybe $1 million, maybe $2 million, but retirement and all that. I don't know what that looks like. I have no idea what Kroy does now. Does anyone know? But I'm like, wow, they really got to be struggling if obviously that show might have been the only thing being able to keep the roof over their heads. But we met. Yeah, Don Smart. I'm seeing here in the comments, Don Smart. Yes, Kroy is retired. He retired, I think, even during the Tardy for the Party show. Well, at some point during that, because I do remember he was getting traded a lot, and then he was going to playing for other teams and all of that out of state. But we do remember literally, what was it, the first episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where she was asking Big Papa, can you buy me this Escalade? Oh, thank you, Big Papa. All of that. And so we saw the lavish lifestyle. And then we know that when she moved in that first, out of her townhouse into that first mansion, she was actually renting it. And she was with Kroy, and she was renting it from one of her Black friends. And then she ended up not paying that woman ended up evicting her and saying she damaged the house and all this other stuff. So they kind of got a bad hit. And then I remember hearing stories of them having liens and all that, sort of stuff on their house, this same house. And did they have this house built from the ground up, or was it like partially built and they finished it out? I think that's kind of what happened. Or they renovated it. But I do remember when it's been so long, because I do remember like construction with this particular home. I just can't remember if it was from the ground up construction or like major renovation. But there was, rumors of years that Latrace. But yeah, there were, news articles and stuff saying when she would owe, back taxes or liens and stuff. So it's been touch and go. But to me, Kim made money. We know this. She definitely made money. She ended up with her own spinoff show before any of the other ladies, which is a whole nother controversy because of how she left the show in the first place. Did she even deserve a spinoff? No. So, like, if you were wondering, no. But the fact that she had all of that, she made money. What's up, G is saying, if he did 10 years NFL, yes, he'll get pension. Yeah, and I'm not sure how many years he did, but it might have been that. It might have been at least. But anyway, let me see what you guys are talking about in the comments in regards to this, because I think that's pretty much all I had on that. Let's see. Thank you so much, Morgan at Moment. Prayer for the city. We're so hurt right now. Yeah. Thank you so much. Don't be tardy for the party. Need to be changed to don't be party for your mortgage payment, your house payment. Yeah, unfortunately. I thought KKK Kim husband Kroy was a big time NFL player. He was an NFL player. He was. I don't know if I would call him big time NFL player. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody probably could look up what his salary was, but I don't. Yeah, he wasn't nobody big. Tish W, baby, she got on my nerves when she was on the show. I actually liked, you know what? I'll say this. I liked Kim on the show until she met Kroy. Now, I liked the storyline of her meeting Kroy and dating him and almost leading up to maybe her being pregnant. And then it just took a dive. And it's kind of like, I actually caught up more now in recent months than I had before. I didn't know how many accusations they had against them about being racist, and how the stuff that Kroy did behind the scenes. I always thought he was pretty like a gentle giant. Not so much from what I'm hearing, carrying weapons and stuff to they meetups, all of that stuff. So yeah. So I was saying all that to say I liked Kim up until the very end, where she would not want to go places with the women. She was always acting like it started to be like, oh, I'm too busy, I don't feel like it, or oh, I'm pregnant, all of that. She had all these excuses for why she couldn't be around the women, but all of a sudden you get your own show and you able to tape every episode, no problem. So yeah, that was when I started having a problem with her. It's me, Kimberly. I can't stand Kim Z, so it was about time Karma pay her a visit. That's a thought. No comment. I plead the fifth. I am here for the show. Says 300K is not a lot of money to make payments. So they broke. Right. I mean, kind of how I'm looking at it too. Like, where's your pension, Kroy? Kim, you're on social media, like she's on stuff like Instagram and all that. Those platforms pay too. Some of us have $300,000+ homes, and we can afford the mortgage, and we're not, we're not celebrities. So yeah, that's broke. It's kind of broke. Sad though. Marley Walker Bulls, tardy to the payments was the ultimate shade. Yeah, the title. I thought that too when I read the article. I was like, okay. Brenda King, money went went to plastic surgery. I heard someone say this. I mean, I was like, when I pulled this up, like, Harpo, who this woman? Who this woman? These people just keep messing with they. I don't get it. And everybody's starting to look alike. Like it's this certain Catwoman puffy cheek look. Like what is and big, puffy lips. Not cute. It's not cute at all. And everybody going for the same cosmetic surgery look. Purple Lady says, watch, she's gonna try to show up on a reality show. Yeah, I would not be surprised if she started trying to make some cameos on Atlanta now. But she probably won't in a way because she wouldn't want her business out there because they gonna let her have it for that. KKK Kim burned all the bridges with Roy, yeah. And that tardy for the party show was wackadoodle. She broke poor Troy, Kroy. I don't know of how innocent Kroy is from stories I've heard. Like I used to think that myself. I would have pretty much agreed with what you were saying, but things I heard more recently with receipts, say that I probably dislike him more now. Or I would say I dislike him now. I'm here for the show says Sheree will let her be her sidekick for a couple thousand. Yeah. And then she got all those kids. Like, and then when I read it says 5 bedrooms, that's a little too small for what we got right here. 5 bedrooms. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, 5. I guess that's actually just right. Every kid get their own room. I think her 2 oldest daughters are not in the home anymore, I think, but they were at one point. I don't know. I guess as the kids aged, it still would have worked. It ain't gonna work now because somebody else gonna have their kids in them rooms. Anyway, back to y'all comments. Crafted with Susie said, I didn't know they were still married. Hold on, y'all, I got to drink. Yeah, I mean, well, the question will be, they might not be. That might be the next story to break. These financial problems be the breakups of many of these relationships. Financial issues is one of the biggest causes of divorce. So we'll see. And it could be that she is the financially irresponsible one. She's older than him, but she could be the one that's gotten him into this situation. Brenda King says, who was watching their show? I always wondered that. Yeah, I was the first season. After that, no. I'm here for the show. Kroy should have been working the whole time. All he is doing is sitting in the house holding Kim's purse. Yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, he's always up and behind her for sure. Which is the way she liked it. Latrace, I mean, she was spending a nanny, a chef, Versace dinnerware, plastic surgery, and at one point she was selling her clothes. She was selling her clothes trying to make these mortgage payments, and then she had ran out of clothes to sell. Sound like. I'm here for the show says, Kim, get ready to make a call to Big Papa saying, hey, big head. Right. She might have to ask Troy for permission to go with Big Papa for a weekend. Lorna Wilson says, I am not a Kim fan, but I only saw the first season. But Kim is like all of these other celebrities. She was too busy keeping up with the Joneses and not living smart and comfortable. Poor Kroy. I see a lot of people like poor Kroy. But yeah, I agree with that. Like, obviously, because Kim has had money, like, and for her to be in this situation, there's some financial mistakes that were made. That's just clear. And I don't know nothing about nothing, but that's my assumption. Purple Lady says a lot of these celebrities show off, and when they pass, the story comes out that they're broke or did not manage their money well. Yeah, because it's all for show, and many of them aren't wealthy anyway. They're renting these things, they're borrowing things to floss with. Yeah. Kim stay getting stuff snatched from her. First her wig, now her house. You wrong for that. But so funny. you wrong and funny. The Candy Lady. Kim tried to expose Nene and Greg for having a foreclosure back in season 2 or 3, but now look at her ass. Karma got her good. I forgot about that. This is why I love like going over these stories with y'all versus me pre-recording and then seeing in the comments somebody saying this and I'll be like, I forgot about that. But yes, you're so right. But that, to me, that's why I think you always have to be hesitant. Like they say, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Like, you just got to be careful of what you put on people or call them out for, because it can happen to you. Yasina says that's from chasing them waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Right, TLC. All right, so that brings us to our final story of today, of our time together.
Hey, popping like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rain do. Speak a little something that you're into. I ain't tryna hear about what you been through. Like hold up, say what's the hold up. I got the pack, who got the roll up? I'm tryna pull up. It seem like every time I show up, it gotta go up. See the drip, they see the glow up. Oh, now they know us. See, it's funny how my pockets out of shape, but I'm fit for the flex. Clear the phone call, hit my chick with a text. Parlay through the bird with my drip from the checks. Save a couple hundred by your with the rest.